We're going to do a quick 5-minute demo of Bondview Pro's new replacement bond functionality, which is accessible right here from the Bondview Pro analysis menu. Just click replacement bonds and you get to this page. And what we're looking at here is the top bonds maturing within all municipal bond funds in the next 30 days. So that's this list that we're looking at here. There's 472 different bonds that are maturing in the next 30 days. This list is sorted by the amount maturing. So the largest amount maturing is first. And so why don't we look at which funds own those bonds that are maturing. And here's this list in front of us here. So I could sort this by largest to smallest, and we see that Nuveen, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, they own various positions. Nuveen owns 22 million. And so the idea is that this is cash coming due, and we'd like to be able to reach out to them with an actionable trading idea on how to replace that bond. So we click over here, continue to replacement bonds, and now we're searching for all similar bonds to the bonds maturing and identifying which funds own them. So here's the list. This is the bond we've looked at. We're looking at this Illinois GO from 2018, which is maturing December. It's maturing in a couple of weeks. So from there, I'm going to sort this by maturity to find the closest maturity to 2018. And I'd like to find out who are the owners, which are the fund owners of those bonds. So let's just take it a minute here. 2050 is showing up. So here, this is an Illinois 5% GO that is maturing in 23. So, not too far off. It's 19, 20, 21, 20, 4 or 5 years. So I'm going to add that to my list. And here's another one. And there's some Chicago other GO bonds. Interestingly, this QSIP, you can see, is actually the same issuer as these two bonds up here, these 452 QSIPs. Start with 452152. So the issuer is the same. There's 40 million available that are out there owned by funds. We could start with those. The idea being that if the fund that owns the bond, this bond that's maturing, has already done the credit research on this particular issue, why not offer them up the same issuer's bonds with the same credit, but just a longer maturity? And that's what this list is here. So now we have potential sellers of the similar QSIP we're looking at. These are the funds. I'll sort them by most highest to least. We also have we show if they've been selling bonds from this position recently. In this case, they haven't. Everyone seems to be a holder. But if there were, we could identify funds that are maybe more likely to be active sellers because they've been unloading some of that position. And then lastly, the last step is to create your prospect list. And so here we have a list of all the funds that hold this maturing bond. And then as we scroll down, here's a list of all of the bonds that we identified as close enough as potential replacements. There's 40 million of this particular bond, and here are the owners and the contact information of those bonds. So that's about it. The idea would be, if you're as a sales and trading professional, you could reach out to some of these folks that own the bond and say, hey, you're interested in getting rid of, or can I pry loose a position and how much, and then go back to the owners of the bond that's maturing and say, hey, I have a great replacement idea. And so that's 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 pretty much it. If you have any questions, you can contact Bondview at support@bondview.com. Thanks.